Do you ever wonder why it's okay and deemed cool to be super passionate about sports or cars, but when people show the same passion towards Marvel, Star Wars, or video games, they're all labeled as nerds, because I do. To me, being a nerd is being super passionate about something that you really like a lot. So someone who loves cars a lot or who loves sports a lot, they are a nerd for those things. So a car nerd or a sports nerd. Oh, but whoa, stop there, because, if you like cars a lot, you can't be a nerd. Oh, no, 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 no. Your masculinity can't take a hit like that to be called a nerd for liking cars or for liking sports. That's why you love them so much, because you can't be a nerd no matter what. It's funny to think about just how much toxic masculinity destroys everything that's good. Like, if you want to love cars, so be it, you love cars, you're a car nerd. But if you call them a nerd, oh no, that's the end of the world. You can't hurt their masculinity by calling them a nerd, and there's nothing wrong with being a nerd. Maybe I'm the one that's outdated here, because while I was growing up, even though I still am growing up, being a nerd was looked upon very poorly, and if you were a nerd, nobody liked you. Despite the fact that even video games have been thrown under the masculinity umbrella because of games like Call of Duty and Halo 5, they're the super masculine, super awesome games, even though playing them could still probably constitute you as a nerd when I was growing up. But now, if you don't play those games, you're a nerd. And the joke's on them, because Splatoon turned out to be the best shooter of the year. It's not until you actually start thinking about it that you realize just how toxic the masculinity that's thrown around in society these days really is. I'm still to this day feeling the effects of not being masculine enough, even though that's complete and utter crap, because that doesn't matter. I can just see the reaction I'd get if I ever called someone who loves cars a nerd. They would look at me with that stare that the high school bully would give you, and that would just bring so much joy to my heart. And an even bigger smile will be put on my face if I ever see the end of toxic masculinity in my lifetime. However, I don't see that happening anytime soon, even though we're slowly inching in that direction. Next time you see a car guy, call them a nerd for me. Please, actually. Don't do that. You might get punished really hard because they're too afraid to be called a nerd because, being a man and all, right?